Welcome back to Brevard Sports Network. I'm Xavier. The Satellite High Scorpions have had a successful year in sports so far, as the football team went 10-2 and won a home playoff game, and the boys soccer team won 12 games and their 4th district title in the last 5 seasons. One person who contributed to both of those squads' success was junior Landon Mentillo, a cornerback on the football team and a center back on the soccer pitch. Landon's competitive spirit must run in the family, as he's the 3rd straight generation of Mentillo to suit up for the Scorpions football team. His grandfather, Bob Mentillo, played linebacker back in 1978. His uncle Rick and his father Rob also suited up in the early 2000s, and now Landon and his younger brother Gavin are playing for the Scorpions today. I had the honor to talk to 3 generations of Mentillos about keeping a family tradition and Space Coast legacy alive for almost 50 years. Your son played football as well for Satellite High.
Correct.
Your grandsons as well. And so you were coaching them at the time.
I coached both my sons at Satellite.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so what made you stick around after high school and stay and kind of settle your life here and have your sons continue your legacy?
Well, my wife is born and raised here. And so we were actually going to go to Germany with the Army, but life intervened and kept us here. And I love it. It's a great place to raise a family. So it turned out good.
It was kind of home, right? I mean, my parents are here. My wife is from this area as well. They live in Melbourne, but so the idea of like raising a family here was always kind of on our list of like where we'd like to be. But I mean, the school is awesome. We're not a football powerhouse, but we compete. We got scrappy kids.
My grandpa played high school football. My dad played here. Like, my grandpa coached here pretty much throughout the school, especially my freshman year and last year. Saying hi to teachers, they'd call my name out. Oh, are you related to Bob or my dad, Mentillo? Yeah, I'm his grandson, or he's my dad, stuff like that. Oh, I went to school with him. Oh, I know him. It was just everybody knows him. He's just like, especially my grandpa, he's just like really connected and living up to that in the terms of football. And my dad, he was a great player, in my opinion. But like living up to that is definitely a little stressful. But I think it's also guiding. Like, they don't put pressure on me to be better than them, but they want me to just succeed and be happy.
How does football inform your life philosophy?
I think it was funny because I coached wrestling and football,
Mm-hmm.
and people used to ask me which one I liked, and I was telling them football's football. It's such a unique sport because everybody has a role to play, and it teaches you that even if you're the water boy, if you don't get the water out to the player and he cramps up in the 3rd quarter, that's on you, and so it really teaches you about life skills hugely, because let's face it, when you join a job, it's really hard to be a cog in a wheel if you were always the top dog. Football teaches you to support those, and when you're the top dog, it teaches you to respect the people that get you there.
This is a game, and we're using it to teach you how to be a better man or a better human, as we do occasionally have girls that play. But
That's awesome.
How to be a better human being.
Yes.
And handle adversity and rise above it.
Work with others.
Yeah, work with others. Remember that even if you work your butt off and are the better player, sometimes it doesn't work out because coach likes this kid or whatever, right? Or daddy is a coach.
You got to be prepared for anything,
Right.
any obstacles in life, and you got to attack the same, fervor with the same,
Exactly.
passion, no matter what.
The harder he was on me, it wasn't just because I was his son, but he wanted to get me better. And he was hard on everybody, but he would especially be hard on me. He was a great coach and helped me become the player.
And how did your experience, you were in the Army Reserve, correct?
Correct.
And how did your experience in the Army Reserve inform your coaching and disciplinary styles?
Football made it easy. It was not easy, but it was so much like football. The DIs were your area coaches, the captain was the head coach, and it just flowed. You understood it was a game. They had a job to do. They were getting you ready to do something important and be part of a group. And so seeing that, I really brought that back to coaching by telling the kids, look, this is going to help you way more in life than it does in sports. And so I said, so enjoy it and play all you can play, but understand what you're learning, being part of a group, being part of a team, and doing what you're told to do, even when you don't want to do it. If you can get that down, you're good.
It's about personal sacrifice. Yeah. It's about learning how to work with others and kind of working together for a greater goal. And that's just like the Army. How did being coached by your father inform how you coached your sons?
That's a great question. Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of model maybe some after how he coaches just by default, because he coached wrestling and football from when I was like a little guy. So I was out there on the wrestling mat with him when I was like 4, 5, 6 years old, rolling around with him and with the other wrestlers, just being around him and around all of that and respecting him, and him being my dad. Like, I think you kind of pick up some of those tendencies. I'm mostly more like my dad. He's very positive. You do need some negative feedback on occasion. Like, sometimes you got to tell somebody when they're being a dumb or they're being a slacker. But overall, I try to build as opposed to like tear
down. Right?
Yeah. So
tough love. Tough love's important. Constructive criticism is important.
Yeah, absolutely.
The support from everyone has just been critical. My family really harps on student athlete, not athlete student. School comes first, but they still want me to play football because they can see that it's good for me, and I really love it. And so they support me whether I'm stressed with a lot of homework or it's like football's getting really difficult, didn't play very much, especially last year. Backup, no worries, but I just like was getting a little down, and they would support me. It's all gonna work out. Just keep working. And that definitely helped because they, not necessarily harsh, but they would give me like a stern rather than upright, like, oh, you're gonna be perfect, like you're an awesome player. It would be like, you just need to work, and that really helped lock me in. And then the leadership on the team, especially in the DB group, from my coach Baldwin, he's awesome. And then just from the upperclassmen, especially, even if they aren't directly talking to me, they're setting that example.
Coach Mentillo, can you describe to me the feeling you had when your kids decided to play football, and they decided to play football at the same place you did and your dad did?
I'd say when they fully decided, I was like completely stoked. I'm like really excited for them. It's cool, like coming back and walking the field and being back out there, and it brings back all those memories. But it was also hard for me because my older son Landon, he was really more into soccer when he finished like junior high. I tried to take the approach of like, if you look, I'm going to get excited about football. I told him this almost exact thing, right? I'm like, I loved football, and so I get really excited about the idea of you playing football. But if it's not what you're passionate about, then like you will not disappoint me if you decide not to go that route. So the fact that he did is a pretty awesome feeling. I was really tickled when he decided to play football, and the fact that he's doing well with it. He puts in the time. I mean, he never misses the weight room. Gavin, on the other hand, has wanted to be like an NFL football player since he was probably like 5. So there was no doubt that he was going to be playing football. So it's exciting to have, like, he's got that passion, whereas Landon, he likes football and he loves playing, but it's just something fun a little bit, whereas Gavin seems to be more like, this is what I want to do.
If the opportunity arrives, I would love to go play college, but I know that I'm not the biggest, but if the opportunity arose, I would 100% go and play college football. That's always been a dream of mine.
What's your favorite memory playing football since you were young or these days?
We were playing Merritt Island, and the tight end was crossing the middle. This would be illegal now, but back in the 70s, this was not only legal, it was, high five.
Oh, I mean, that's what you were seeing every weekend on Sunday, yeah.
And back then we had Super 8, so when you watch film, it was more interesting than it is today.
Okay.
Because it was on a big reel-to-reel.
Right.
So the tight end was crossing, and I played strong side linebacker, and I just decleated the kid, just wiped him out. And we were watching the film. My coach looks at me and goes, "You had the pick, Rob. You had the pick, Mentillo. What are you doing?" He goes, "I go, coach. Come on." I had the hit of a lifetime,
in between playing and coaching, they actually did an alumni football game one year. I was probably in my late 20s, maybe, and the whole time, because my dad was in his 50s by that point, and I'm ready. We're practicing and stuff, and my dad, I'm like, Dad, you should coach. You know, like, no offense, but like you're 50, you probably shouldn't be going and suiting up. You know, like just you're a little older. It's okay. I'm gonna get hurt, and I'm younger. Like, just take it easy. You know. Of course, he got out on the field to coach, and all of his former players are out there, and so he ended up suiting up. So I got to play a couple downs in the alumni game. He was outside linebacker, I was middle linebacker. So we got to play until he went to go make a tackle, and he popped his bicep off his bone.
That's tough. That's the price we pay.
Yeah. So it was, but it was really cool. That moment was really
Everybody's
cool.
got to be humbled sometimes.
Yeah.
It was actually right here. I got a ball caught over me by like a 6'5" kid, and as he was running down, I came back and stripped the ball and returned it about 20 yards. But I think that was the best memory. I got up after getting tackled, and I was getting celebrated by my teammates. I got to the sideline. Everybody was hyping me up. I think that was the best moment of my career.
The pick that I got on like championship game, I hadn't had the best second half, and then having that, like, catching that and feeling the crowd and hearing everybody and seeing all my blockers go, and obviously Caleb Jones hit the kid right in front of me, and that was awesome too. But that play, I think, was definitely one of my favorite memories.
How does it make you feel that your grandsons continued in your footsteps and went to the Scorpions and are playing today?
It's something. Watching them play, makes you feel like you're 20 again. It's
Time machine.
And they're having so much fun, and I love to see them enjoying themselves. Landon, it was funny because he was a soccer player, and then he played flag football, and the first time he got on the tackle field, hitting people was new to him, and he plays corner, so it's a little different situation, right? And so his dad and I were always talking to him, you got to get that first big hit. You've just got to unload on somebody. And once you do that, you'll get it.
Right.
I think it was the second or third game we played this season. They did a little screen pass, and the guy went out wide, and I came down, and my outside linebacker set me up perfectly, so where he only had a little angle, and I just hit him, and we stuck him, and we stopped them, and they had to kick the ball or punt the ball. I forget what they did, but it was like the first real big hit that I've done, and it like unlocked something in me, and I was like, okay, maybe I can put my body on the line, because previous to that I was still a little sheepish.
And when we got to see it, so it was cool.
You see the moment where it switches.
And you could just see it in his whole body, his whole persona was like, oh,
right.
I get this now. This is fun. And it's translated to soccer. He's really become an enforcer.
There you go.
He's not afraid to hit people at all. I wish there was more of that. I wish more kids played more than one sport.
Of course, yeah.
And and we're aiming away from that, and I think that's a shame.
There's a lot of lessons to be learned and transferred from both sports, absolutely. So I'm glad you got the chance to see it kick in for him and him become the hammer, you know what I mean, instead of the nail. That's what's important. That's what's important. That's how you don't get injured. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going full speed.
Full speed.
You got to go full speed. What is your favorite part about football?
I think it's definitely the camaraderie. I get to go out and play this awesome sport. I get to hit. I get to run. It's physical. It's fast. It's intense. It's loud. It's dramatic, it's wins, it's losses, but the camaraderie is really what makes it for me. Is like I feel connected with my teammates, and obviously I love my family, but they're my other family. Like, I get to be so close with this team, this family unit, and we've won, we've lost together, we fight, we work every day together. It's just really like that connection.
Yeah, pretty much the same. I love the team of it, the friendships that I've built. It just has turned into just, as he said, a second family. I think it was the second practice of pads. I ended up breaking my hand, and that was really hard. But my dad and my mom and my brother were always there helping me. And then I would go to practice, and my teammates, my quarterback especially, Grady Tips, would always be there and just talking with me like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be good. He was always hyping me up all the time, every time. And I think he might have been the biggest supporter I've had, other than my family.
Landon and Gavin might even enjoy playing together next year, as Gavin will look to move up from JV and try and get some reps on offense at running back. For Brevard Sports Network, I'm Andre Xavier.